G'day guys, and today Shorty and I are going to do our tips for round 4, is it?
Yeah, man.
Oh gee, wait, it's coming along pretty quickly, hasn't it?
Plus I tipped 9 in round 3.
Yeah,
Look out.
calm down, mate.
Okay. No, it was a good round.
What did I get?
8.
How did you know?
Because the only one we went different was North and Port.
Well, someone's been doing their due diligence right here. We'll get in the game, so
Yeah, we will. There's the small talk done and dusted.
We've got Richmond and Melbourne at the MCG on the Friday night. Are we going to this one?
I think we will.
I think we will.
Probably.
We'll go down to the details though. Who's going to win and by how much and why?
Okay. Richmond by 4 goals, I think.
4 goals.
I think we might see a similar game that the D served up against Adelaide. They'll be hot early, dish it up to Richmond, but I think the better side will come through as the game progresses, which is Richmond. So that's why I'm going to tip them. How about you, mate?
Well, I've gone with the Tigers by 22 points, so a big win over Brisbane.
Yeah.
Not the best opposition in the world. Sorry, Brisbane, but yeah, Melbourne do really like to play a tight contested game of footy and sort of challenge it with some of the okay teams, so it should be a good contest. So
yeah,
that's my tip.
So.
St Kilda play Carlton at Wellington Stadium, I think it is. Well, it's in Wellington.
Yeah.
So
we won't be going to that.
that game. Who wins here, mate?
Gee, it's who's going to lose it? Like,
Who's going to lose?
They're both pretty poor clubs. Like, let's
Yep.
be honest. But I think Carlton will win by 7 points. I don't say it with a great deal of confidence because I was thinking about it. I know. Is it Carlton has a good record against the Saints?
It's actually the other way around.
The other way around is, I wasn't too sure on that, so there you go. But Carlton for mine, as I said, not great confidence, but I think they just might have a bit more depth, and the Saints have a couple of key players out. I'm not sure if Montagna or Rewalt will be right, so...
Yeah, it is early in the week, we don't know.
Yeah, it is, so, but that's basically my basis, not a great backing, but Carlton for mine.
Yeah, it'll be a guess. St Kilda by 2 points. Traditionally, St Kilda go pretty well against the Blues. I think at one point that was 12 out of 16 wins to the Saints. Yeah, I think Carlton are maybe just a little bit worse than where the Saints are at, and it's just purely a guess, so I don't really know. It's all guesswork here, guys. It actually is, because you got to pick out of 2. Right, next game, we got Essendon and Collingwood at the G, who, with the Anzac Day clash, who's going to win?
Massive game. Essendon, I think. Tried to go past them. They're in great form, aren't they?
They're doing pretty well.
And Collingwood, yeah, they beat the Saints, but as we just said, not great opposition, and they relied to quite a few, Swan, Pendles, Cloak, so
yeah,
Essendon for mine. They're in some pretty good form.
They're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
I've gone with Essendon by 16 points. I think it'll be a bit of a close one. They usually get up for this game, and it doesn't matter where they are on the ladder usually, so... Yeah, I think Essendon are a bit better form at the moment. Collingwood, they only bet the Saints, and the last few years the Bombers have done pretty well in the early games against Collingwood, so I'm going with the Dons there.
Yeah, very true.
GWS play Gold Coast, host Gold Coast at Star Trek Oval. Big game for these two teams.
Oh, it is. Big talking point, because so often the conversation is who's better, GWS or Gold Coast? Whose list is better? We'll basically find out. This is the first real clash where they're pretty even. They're both well into the system now. It's a really big game. And I think the Giants will win by just 2 points. I think it'll be close. I think the Suns took a good step against us.
Yeah.
But I do rate the Giants fairly highly. I think they might have the upper hand through the midfield there. So I think Giants for me, yeah?
Sounds good. I've gone with the Giants by 29 points. I think, Gold
Convincing.
Coast. Yeah, at Star Trek Oval, I think they're pretty good. They did a number on Melbourne, and Melbourne at Gold Coast. I know that doesn't always translate the same way, but Gold Coast haven't quite hit their straps, and they don't win without Ablett. So it's a pretty simple one there for me. So that's my tip.
Yeah, I can't argue there.
Thanks, mate. Port Adelaide host Hawthorn at Adelaide Oval. Big game here between some 2 top 4 potential clubs.
Yeah, it's a tough round, this one. I had to real think about this.
I didn't.
No, you didn't. There you go. I went Hawthorn, but maybe I was persuaded by how good Port Adelaide were against North Melbourne. But
yeah,
can't really go past the Hawks when you tip. I mean, they just can back them in with so much confidence, and on a couple of maybe upsets, so I thought I'd play it safe with this one and go the what will be most likely the more popular tip.
Okay, so yeah, the Hawks isn't an upset. It's a.
I don't think they've been upset.
We haven't seen the odds. It
No,
doesn't matter.
I mean, even though it's at Adelaide, you would think Hawthorn would be favourite.
There you go. We'll see how we go.
We'll see.
I've gone with the Hawks by 10 points. Port Adelaide got them at Adelaide over last year, I think, by about 16 points, and Hawthorn had half their twos playing, and they're not as great as they were last year at this point in time, and Hawthorn look better than they were last year, so add all those points up together. I think Hawthorn will win, but that's my tip there.
Yeah, very good.
Fremantle host Sydney, so at the main stadium. Been changed 20 times this ground. Who's going to win?
Well, these last two games may well be the top four sides, and
I think you're right.
A couple of worthy finals, but I've gone Fremantle. A home ground advantage always serves a pretty good purpose, and they're playing great footy. I think the final result shows 20 points against the Eagles, but they just smashed them early. I think at one point it was 11 goals to nothing, and even worse than that at about half time, I would have imagined. So
yeah, they were dominating.
Dealt them out a lesson. So many winners across the ground, but look, Sydney went over to Adelaide, wasn't it, and caused an upset there. So can't write off the Swans, but I'm going to write them off this time, and I think Dockers by 11 points.
I really rate the Dockers, as you know, mate. Rate them more than any team in the comp.
Yeah.
Going Fremantle by 9 points. It's a bit of a flip of the coin, this one, but I think it's the Oval.
Yeah.
It persuades me more than anything here, and I think Fremantle might just have it in the Swans this time. They've applied some fierce pressure to Sydney at this ground in past results, so
it'll be a close game.
Yeah, it'll be a good game. Yeah. Well, they play very defensively, so who knows?
Yeah,
it'll be it could be a great game or a very boring, low-scoring game. We could get both.
Yeah,
and this is the toughest one in the world, mate. Brisbane versus West Coast, the Gabba. You couldn't pick a worse game.
Yeah, I know, but
West Coast have no defence.
Yeah,
key defenders anyway.
And Brisbane only have a midfield.
So it's almost irrelevant.
Yeah, but look, I've gone Brisbane, which, as I said, I've gone a couple of upsets, so, you know, good mate Watt, I'll be happy to hear about that one.
Yeah, no, we'll love it.
I think this one's just a total gut feel. As you said, both sides aren't lighting the world on fire.
No.
I think Brisbane's are better than what they've dished up. Mind you, I haven't seen many of their games, but they do have a great midfield. I think they can get on top in that area, and I just think it's going to click for them a bit better. Again, I've got nothing to back it up. It's just a gut feel, this one. So
yeah, you can't really back
West Coast are a tipping nightmare at times for myself, so I'm going to go with Brisbane and hopefully get a tip up on a couple other people. So
I wouldn't say they're a nightmare for you, mate. You tipped the Doggies in the first week, and you tipped them to beat the Carlton.
Yeah, this year not so much, but last year they burnt me a few times, but I guess when you say it like that, they've been kind to me this year.
This year so far. I've gone with the Lions by a point. I don't know what
1 point.
I don't know what to expect here. They've done pretty well against West Coast at the Gabba in the past. Past results are all I got these days. I got them in 2012, and they were no chance to win. I think they kicked 8 goals in the last quarter, and it was amazing.
There you go.
So it's a gut feel, this one too. I've got no idea. Hopefully Brisbane will win for my sake, but that's my tip for that game. Geelong in North Melbourne at Simmons Stadium with what was once an absolute fortress for the Cats has changed a little bit this year. How do you see this game?
Yeah, I don't see it panning out well for us as supporters. I think North Melbourne might get us here. I'll tip them by 16 points.
All
right. Just on the basis that North Melbourne are a better side, I think. And as you said, I don't think Simmons holds the fears that it once did. And Geelong have a lot of injuries to balance out.
Yeah,
North have a few, but I think North Melbourne run a bit deeper in their list than us.
Yeah.
And therefore I think they may have more answers than us. So, look, I hope we can get up, but they had us in the finals, and unfortunately I think they may have us again.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you, mate. I've gone with North Melbourne by 25 points. They usually have us for speed around the ground. That transition play they usually get us. I can't remember the last time they beat us at Simmons, but again, it doesn't matter where it's played at. The way we've been playing this year, nearly anyone can beat us. So that's why it doesn't matter where it's been played. So I think North have just got the better list, better team, better form at the moment. So I've gone with North.
Yeah, that's true.
No, it's not false. So we've got the Western Bulldogs and Adelaide at Etihad Stadium. Who have you gone with here, mate?
The Dogs have been a surprise packet, haven't they? They're travelling very nicely. I think they got smashed by the Hawks in the end. But
70 points. So.
Yeah, but they were with them for a bit, and I think in terms of what you expected, they've been going alright, but having said that, I think they'll lose, so pump them up and let them down. But
yep.
Adelaide are playing great footy.
Yeah.
Roughed them up, the D's, didn't they? In wet weather and a bit of a melee. It was old-fashioned footy, but I think they'll get the job done. I mean, the Dogs are improving, but they haven't improved that much to match up with a side that looks like it's bound for top 4, top 5 for sure, you would think at this point.
Yeah.
Either way, at the moment, they're a quality side, so I think they'll be tough to beat. So Adelaide for mine. I didn't say a margin. I'll go 27 points.
Did you have one down?
I can't remember if I did.
That's funny.
But 5 or 6 goals.
Okay, I've just seen it there. You went with 18 points. But anyway, I've gone with Adelaide by 31 points. I think they got in there last year. I think it was a closer game, but I think it might have been 11 points. Yeah, they're just a better side at the moment. I expect it to be a good contest, being away from home for the Crows.
Yeah.
And the Doggies don't mind any had, so especially this year as well. So, no, it's going to be a quality contest. Can't wait. But those are our tips for round 4, mate.
Hopefully I pick 9 again, mate.
Oh, mate, you've been doing very well.
Yeah, I've been tipping all right so far. But
yeah,
it's a tough round. It's a tough round.
Just rub it in. All right. Well, I got 8. If there's a chance for me to get 9, I'll get 8. So yeah.
8's respectable, but
yeah, it's not the best, but it's not the worst either. So yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. I think we've got all 9 this week. We forgot the Hawthorn and the Western Bulldogs last week. Thank you for the YouTuber whoever said that we didn't do it. We did do it in the end. So
yeah, we eventually got there and we tipped it right. We're not cheating here.
No, that's good. That's good, mate. So yeah, feel free to put in your tips. Don't forget to like the video, share it around to your mates so they can put in their tips as well, and keep subscribing. More subscribers the better. So
yeah, plenty of videos, about 3 a week these days. So
yeah, it's pretty busy.
Get on board.
Cheers, guys. All right, thanks very much for sticking around, and we'll see you guys all soon.